Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Berryjuicysweet Dishes. And if this is your first time, please hit that like button and also that bell right beside. To all my returning viewers, welcome back. And to everyone, all positive vibes. Today, I will be making cream brulee French toast. Let me show you how. Let's begin. So in this bowl, I'm going to add about 4 large eggs. I'm going to also add about 2 cups of the heavy whipping cream. So I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of whole milk. I'm going to also add a 1/2 cup of sugar. You can use any sweetener you like. I'm going to use the stevia. I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Next, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Next, I'm going to whisk this together until it's well combined. All right, once my mixture is well combined, I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and get my French toast ready. Okay, so I'm going to take a French loaf, and I'm just going to cut this into, I'm going to slice it. So once I've done slicing up my French bread, I'm going to move it to the side. I'm going to take out a baking sheet, and I'm going to oil it with non-stick spray, my pan with non-stick spray, and then I'm going to line my bread. Once I've oiled my pan up, I'm going to go ahead and start sticking my bread up on the pan. Once I got my bread ready, I want to go ahead and start pouring that mixture over top of each bread, trying to get it to be equal. So once I evenly distribute the mixture onto each piece of French bread, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up with some saran wrap, and we're going to refrigerate this overnight so that all those flavors can set into that bread. Okay, so once we're done wrapping up, we're gonna go ahead and refrigerate this overnight so those flavors can set in. In my saucepan, I am melting 1/4 teaspoon of unsalted butter. So I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, light brown sugar. And after my bread has sat overnight, I'm beginning to go to the next step now. Next, I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. That was 1 teaspoon. Next, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of corn syrup. One tablespoon of light corn syrup. Yes, I'm just going to cook this 2-3 minutes until my sugar is dissolved and it's ready to go over our French toast. So I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that sugar mixture and I'm going to layer it on the top of our French toast. And you want to be kind of quick with spreading this sugar, because once it cools it becomes hardened. So I've added some extra light brown sugar on the top. That is optional. All I did was just sprinkle brown sugar on the top. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this in the oven and bake this for 35 to 40 minutes or until the French toast is golden brown and it sets in the center. Check on that French toast. Wow, that looks nice. See how it springs bite? Feels like it's ready. Now that our French toast has cooled down, you can see that it's sinking in the middle. We're going to go ahead and plate it up. And because of the sugar, it tends to make the toast stick to the pan, but remember that we oiled our pan before we begin. Okay, I was able to plate up a few slices. I want to show you how that French toast looks on both sides. And on the top of my French toast, I was able to garnish it with a few sprinkles of powdered sugar. I'm going to give this plate more features by adding some bananas as a topping and syrup. All right, let's give it a try. Delicious. Well, thank you everyone for joining. Don't forget to hit that like button and also share the video. Again, everyone, thank you for tuning in to my channel, Berry Juicy Sweet Dishes. Well, bye for now.